I am not prepared to do this update, but I'm gonna do it anyway. A lot of you may not be aware of this, but actually, when I first made my game, there wasn't actually supposed to be any ending, like, ever. It was just supposed to be endless exploration and ghost hunting, but everybody kept asking things like, oh, where's the ending? How do you get out? How do you escape? That's not the point! Since everybody kept asking for it, I eventually decided the game should have an ending, and that's actually what we're gonna get a start on working on, is just new areas leading up to the ending. I only have a broad idea of what I want the new areas to look like, so it's gonna be kind of like a learn as we go kind of thing, but that's how I built the rest of the game, so who cares? Before we get to that, this desk is backwards. I don't know how it got like that, I don't know how long it's been like that, or if it's just always been like that, but that's fixed now, so that's cool. I also decided to make this hallway a little bit shorter. It did not need to be 8 windows long, so I made it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 windows long instead. So yeah, past this door, there's gonna be the next door puzzle. It's gonna be another like security station thing, like what we've got at patient transfer. There's gonna be a little bit of a hallway, and on this side of the hallway, there's gonna be another room jutting out, and that's gonna be the security station. So I don't think it's gonna take that long for me to build that, honestly. I remember when 0.25 studs used to feel like so much freedom, but now it actually feels incredibly restrictive. I think the difficulty with getting the sizes right is Robloxians are really wide. See, now that I'm looking at it like this, it looks too big. Ugh. Another problem is I think the doors are actually too big, like bigger than they would be in real life. Like a set of double doors in real life is not twice the height of a person. It really isn't, but it's okay. I think these should actually be the other way around so that they open like this. Because if people are going into the asylum, that kind of would make the most sense. This is what I meant when I said it'd be a learn as you go kind of thing. This one shouldn't be as big because I'm also gonna have a door, just a standard door. Where's my templates? No, not those. Frick. I could just grab this one from the other security station. That would kind of make sense since it actually says security and it's going from one security station to another security station. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, I think a big part of this is that I'm really nervous. Like, this is not the first time I've tried to like commit myself to making the ending, and I've failed many times in the past, so I think I'm honestly just overwhelmed. I think that's a really big part of why this is sucking so much, but I need to just power through my emotions like a manly man. I think that's the right size to accommodate for the frame without there being any gaps. I was wrong. One of my biggest pet peeves of this game is like, because I wasn't planning on making an ending, I wasn't planning on taking the user outside at all, I was not paying attention to how big I was making things. And so this entire facility, like, this is supposed to be one wing of this massive facility. It's just unrealistically flippin' large. And that really bothers me. So what I'm having to do is basically write the story in such a way where Morsburg Jr., the guy who built it, wanted it to be like this really massive, impressive structure because he was just so ambitious and in over his head. Overly ambitious, I guess. I've literally had to make the story that because of how accidentally large I've made everything. Because it feels smaller on the inside, I think, than it actually looks. Like, you can't tell me that this looks like how Ghost Hunt feels, right? This should be like about the size of like a customer service counter or something. Another thing to remember is like I'm really short in real life, so it's hard for me to imagine what things are like for most people. Because for me, a customer service counter is about there. This is probably where people like press and whatnot would have gotten their visitor badges handed to them so that they can like get clearance to certain areas of the asylum but not others. This kind of looks like worn wood, doesn't it? Worn out wood. I should put a call bell here. Even though a guy would be stationed here all the time and would never leave the desk, I am gonna put a closet back here. It's like a supply closet. Maybe that's where they kept all like the badges or whatnot. I don't know how this stuff works in real life, and that's kind of a big problem. Let me do some Googling real quick. Guard shack, they're really called that? I kind of want to put all the other sorts of updates on hold until I actually get the ending areas done. In other words, like making the ending is kind of my top priority now. I feel like these are too fat. I think the walls in general are just too fat. Yeah, America is known for its paper-thin walls, and that's where the game takes place, so. And another thing that I need to remember is when people play the game, they're not gonna be like, ooh, I think the counter is just a little bit too high, or oh, I think the gap here is just a little bit too wide. They're not gonna do that. People aren't like that. I am like that, and it's just me. No one else in the world is like that. I think it would need to be in sections, right? I mean, it looks cool, so I'm keeping it. All right, where's those windows? All on back to the cafeteria. I think it's the same texture actually as this. Yeah, so yeah, similar purpose. I'm also gonna have kind of a control panel like this. I don't think it's gonna look exactly like that because I don't want it to look copy and pasted. All right, so where's the plexiglass? What are these called? But does anybody know what these are called in real life? Please, for the love of all that is holy, tell me in the comments if anyone knows. Like, is it literally just wired glass? Is that literally just the name of it? And why is it so thick? It's glass. If I had a time machine, I swear all the things that I would go back and yell at my past self for. And the ghost, what the flip where did my thing go? Oh, my thing. All right, here's a new thing. Hopefully this one doesn't disappear. I probably just accidentally deleted it. So here's this. It's looking good, right? It's pretty cool. That's the ticket. Ah, my window. I need more pipes too. In fact, this pipe could use a friend, I think. I know this is just such a random interlude in making the security office, but I think it looks better. Yeah, I don't think I have too much time before my wife comes home from work. And that's not as much of a problem as my brain is making it out to be. Like, I'm better at recording videos with other people in the house than my brain wants me to think I am. Okay, so this is actually looking pretty solid. I like this. I wasn't expecting things to go quite this way. Well, they haven't. Like, I cut out like 20 minutes of me just fumbling around trying to make a video that you guys did not see because it's terrible. But yeah, as I'm building this, I have no idea what this is gonna look like from the outside, which is so annoying. Like, if I'd have known people are gonna be confused and think the idea is to escape the asylum, which it wasn't, I would have done this completely backwards. Instead of starting you out on the inside of the asylum, I would have had you start outside the asylum and go in, like a paranormal investigator does when they arrive to a haunted location. But now I'm having to write the story in a way where it's like you've been investigating for a while and you're ready to leave. Which is just so backwards to me in my head canon, but this has actually turned out quite nice. This might become my favorite room in the asylum, and I'm not joking. I hope you guys don't mind if I do at least a little bit of building off camera, because that'll get the ending to the game done faster. I like all my bricks to be, like, perfectly fitting together. Why is there a gap here? Come on, Roblox, really? Yeah, see, now there's no gaps. That's, Roblox building just bothers me so much sometimes because random little gaps like that just show up for no reason. And the only way to fix it sometimes is just to drag apart, but one thing I'll say for Roblox is they have vastly improved their click and drag functionality with their bricks, so that's okay. And this, I'm gonna have to change a bit. Door, placeholder, values, sign text, there we go. I don't think it really needs text. I don't think it needs to say closet, that's pretty obvious. But yeah, I have no clue how this puzzle's gonna work. I think there's gonna be like a control panel here, but I don't know. I don't want it to be something as simple as like they go inside and click a button and unlock the door. That's just fake difficulty. Like, I'll make this a locked door, probably, and then I'll hide the key somewhere where you wouldn't think it'd be. And then the player will have to like figure out where that is. I don't know why they'd need to go in the closet to unlock this door though. Now I know I said I wasn't gonna do much with details, but I've already got shelves made that are good, that are in the basement. So I'll just copy and paste some of those. In fact, I will have one of the shelves possibly fall, like in the basement, because I really like that event and I want that to be a thing in more than one spot. I'll have it be like the one in the middle that can fall. Now I was gonna see if I could sandwich one going this way, but no, it's not gonna work. Oh well, it's just, not everything can be perfect and I just need to live with it. I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be like that, or if I wanted to have another row of them like this. Because this door is gonna open like that, so we've actually got room to put more shelves like this. These shelves aren't that many parts, right? Why do I have all these empty models? Like nothing, absolutely nothing happens if I delete those, right? What the flip? That's weird. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, okay. For sweet performance sake, I'll just have another one of these, like that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay, well, I've eaten a cookie and I've taken a look at this and I think this actually could be a bit wider. I feel like this texture is actually a bit too big. I'll show you what I mean. I feel like that's more like what it should look like, actually. That looks a lot more realistic, actually. I like that, okay. I'll have to go back and do that with the other ones in the diner and the, or the cafeteria and the other security station. Oh, the floor. All right. Oh, that's something I want to fix. There we go. Ta-da. I also need to add baseboards to all these things, but I'll do that later. That's fine. In fact, these I could just stretch, I think, right? No. It's weird having 2 security stations for the first time. Like, that's never been the case. Yeah, see, the thing is, where's dummy? Come back here for a second. See, it looks fine, like, when the guy is sitting right next to it, but in the rest of the room, it looks, I guess, the obvious conclusion is the room is too big. As you can see, the chair is not a bad size at all. Like, this comes to my waist. Maybe the control panel should be here with like TVs there and stuff so that they've got more room for this kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool. Well, at least I've gotten it in a position where the chair looks more proportional now. And it makes sense that it'll look too small next to this because this is designed for people who stand next to it, so. Well, first things first, one way or another, I'll need more TVs, so I'll go ahead and go back to the other security office and grab some of those. Oh, this is, oh, what a perfect fit. Oh, maybe I haven't lost my touch. No, I have. Or maybe I've just gained a different touch and I realized how bad my old touch was. Man, this guy had eyes on the entire asylum, I guess, which makes sense. It's a security office. All right, let me move the ceiling back real quick. It's starting to look, it's starting to shape up like a lot, especially if I actually run the game so that we see all the doors. Let me do that. Because it really does make a difference seeing just the door placeholders versus the actual doors. So yeah, this looks reasonable actually. Should I make it so you can actually ring the call bell? That'd be kind of fun. The control panel for now, I'll just do the same thing I did at the other security office. I'll probably want to revamp both of these at some point, but like I said, I'm so tired of not having these areas here. I just want to get these like all sorted out. It would make sense for him to have a phone. I'll probably put a power box there as well. I'm just gonna grab all of these. I probably should put a vent in there as well. It will look visually similar to the other security station, but I think a little better actually, if I'm being totally honest. I'll have these little switches. I really like these switches, they're cool. A couple other things I need to add more of throughout the entire game is this kind of thing. I'm gonna create like a palette that's just gonna exist. I'll just put it right here for now. So now I've got a light fixture that I can copy and paste for all through the end of time. And I'm gonna get really advanced and detailed and actually name the stuff. I actually think I should replace all of like the old lights, like these, in the game with those new light fixtures because they just look so much better. I know it's more parts and all that, but they just look infinitely better. I'll put some in this hallway too real quick. I'm right here, might as well. Yeah, see, that looks fine. I gotta get over my perfectionism. There we go. And what you'll probably notice is this is gonna turn into a big endeavor into like wiring up my entire place with all these like, these things. That's okay though, it makes it more realistic. I don't know, maybe one would be enough. One would probably be enough to light up this entire space, so I'm just gonna have one in here. I'm probably gonna turn it that way, yeah. Keep it out of the way of the TVs. Now what I'll do as well is I'll get rid of this, 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 and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and I'll delete all that. And frankly, this actually looks pretty okay. I think it looks more detailed if we have something going on like this as well, just like kind of stretching throughout all of them. And I'll just have it going into this wall as well. Doesn't always have to make sense, it just has to look logical. All in a day's work, maybe? I'm tired, I've been recording for almost 2 hours. That looks very weird, I don't like that. Okay. Now I love how I've been talking about how I want to kind of like revamp the control panels a bit, but I actually have come to really like how this looks, so maybe I won't. But I do think it needs to be smaller because this one was designed for sitting. And I'll just move this chair like right here, I guess. Cool, I like this a lot. But now what I think I can do is move this back here a little bit. Oh my gosh, these are still inlet on the underside of the, I'm not changing that, that's an Easter egg now. Yeah, because my goal is to like put TVs here maybe. I want the TVs, but I want them smaller. I kind of wish you could take the, I kind of wish like this were my own mesh and like, oh, This is gonna look fabulous. Yeah, I kind of wish this were my own mesh and I could take the antennas off the TVs, so eventually I'll probably make my own TV mesh, but these are just stand-ins for now. They'll work. So I'll probably have like a grid of TVs here, so one there, one there. I realize this looks a little bit dated, but I think it's just because I'm using these old TV meshes. I don't know if I'm doing any of this right. I don't know if any security panels in old asylums actually looked like this or not, but it just looks cool, so I'm doing it this way. Oh, and I can actually, even though I can't remove the antennas from the TVs, I can cover them up like that. That's kind of cool. Nice. Except why is none of this metal? That's kind of weird. I just noticed that. It's all just plastic. That's cool. I don't know what to put on the sides though, other than just more buttons. This looks really cool. I like this. Would he even need all of these? I don't even know if he would. For now, I'll just leave it like this, and like you guys can kind of give me ideas on what to put on the sides. That's your call to action this time, because I only have 10 minutes of recording space left on my SanDisk, and sometimes that's actually shorter than it says it's longer than actually you understand. Beyond this door, there's just gonna be more like office areas, because that's gonna be like where all the like public relations people were. It's gonna be kind of like, if you've ever played Outlast, there's all the offices first before you get to the really like scary stuff. It's gonna be kind of like that, because that's pretty much the layout that asylums had, I think. So anyway, I should watch some more urban exploration videos of old insane asylums and kind of see what I should work with, but anyway, thanks for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everyone.